What is up, everyone? Off the cuff, unchained. I just watched a video and it says people will criticize you for no reason, and you have to stand up for your beliefs. Now, I do believe in the stand up for your beliefs. Always stand up for who you are, what you want to be, and criticism is going to play a role. But I also do not believe people just criticize for no reason. There's always a reason to why people do what they do, whether it be good or whether it be bad. If you took a narcissist and you put an electric collar on their neck, and every time they did something narcissistic, they got tased for doing it, I guarantee they would change. They would change because the pain was too much. Just as if you take a kind individual who wants to do right by other people and you put that same collar on his neck or her neck, and every time they got shocked for doing a kind deed, I guarantee they would change too. We do things for a reason. Even greatness within. My message has a reason behind it. Greatness within means I know there's something special in you, regardless of how you act, good, bad, or indifferent. I know you know how much potential you have in you. I know you know that other people might not even see your potential. And what greatness within is standing up for your beliefs so strongly that not only you see it, the world sees it as well. And so when I stand strong and firm in what I believe, I do it for a short-term game and I do it for a long-term game too. We're all doing the best that we can with the awareness that we have. As the blinders come off, people do better. People start realizing how much they can affect one another. So there is a clear internal game. It starts within. But that does not mean that is where it ends. An individual who is completely internal and does not look at their external environment is just as dangerous as a person who wants to blame the external environment. We affect one another. We always have, and we always will. And when we can see there's a reason why things happen, there's a reason why racism may exist. There's a reason why people may be narcissists. There's a reason why people don't see eye to eye. There's a reason for all of these things. We're not just born to exist and have no reason to do what we're doing. There's a reason. It might not be the right reasons, and they may not be the most aware human beings on the planet, but there's a reason why. And when we take the time to look at some of the worst people in history, like AKA Adolf Hitler, and we take the time to look at some of the best people in history, AKA Gandhi, and say, we were capable of so many amazing things and so many dark things too. What happened? And we look at the scope without our emotions alone, without, oh, well, this one was good and this one was bad, but with reasons and with exercises and with conditionings and say, we have to be very conscientious of how we treat one another. Because if we're not, there's consequences. And so when I stand with greatness within, and I remind people how strong they can be, how powerful they can be, how abundant they can be, they won't want to do the wrong thing. And with abundance, I also do challenge doing improper things. I will not challenge the individual, but I will challenge the action. People can do the wrong thing, and it is up to us to point it out when they do. But we don't have to spit on them or belittle them or break them down, because within doing that, we are losing the one thing that we all have: the empathy and the kindness to change a human soul, to make a person want to be different instead of forcing them to be different, instead of calling them on their evils and pointing at them and telling them how wrong they are and how broken they are and how disturbed they are and how times are changing and we're going to force you to change too. Take the time to embrace another human being. Give another human being true love. And no, it's not always easy. Giving a human being love to give them love because they need it. Because they may be so broken inside, they can't help but to lash out with their brokenness. But love them up. See what happens. Give it a try. I've been around some pretty crazy people in my life. And what's interesting is they take a chance on me. And I really believe they take a chance on me because I take a chance on them. Now, it's not to say that sometimes people's brokenness is so broken, they're going to lash out and they might try and break you too. But you still get the choice on what to do. And every time I've had that happen as well. I've dealt with my fair share of narcissists. And I tell them the correct way to act around me. And then we go our separate ways. I don't break them or belittle them or trash them. I just tell them this is how I like to be treated. And so we're not going to be around each other until that changes. And that's that. But I'm going to stand for greatness because I believe it's in all of us. And as I stand for it, I hope you stand for it too. I hope you ripple out and remember that everyone's trying the best that they can with the tools that they have and the skills that they have and the world that they know. And some people have a lot of brokenness in them. I'm not crazy enough to deny that. But it is to say, what are you going to do with their brokenness? Breaking them even more has not helped anybody. The choice is yours, though. Just as I say in my 5th principle, take extreme responsibility. Be willing to look inwardly. Know what you can control. Know what you can't control. And know the difference between the two. They always say knowledge is knowing what to do, but wisdom is knowing the order and the steps in which to do them. I will say any person that I've had some sort of contact with has tended to like me on the journey. I met a lot of different type of people and a lot of broken people too. And the answer is we all need the same thing every single time. It actually does go through the power of 6. There's a reason why I go through the process the way I go through the process. Because we all have a lot more brokenness than many of us realize. We go through our process and our minds are crazy. I'm not even going to get into that today. But I will say this. Our minds are very good at deleting, distorting, and delegating. And the most powerful thing that I know is there's a lot less that I know than I do know. But I do know this. The more I take the time to listen to another human being, the more I learn about them, and the more I learn about myself. And with taking that knowledge in, do my best to have a fun experience. And when I do that, they do their best to have that too. So yeah, that was my message. And I felt compelled to share it. So I hope anyone who felt anything from that, please feel free to share with me. And again, I'm not on this game by myself. We're doing it together, learning together, going through our experiences together. Looks like I got some, what's up, Gemma? How you doing, superstar? Oh, thank you. Someone was saying I was being brutal. I do speak my truth. I'm good for that. I don't know if, oh, be the glue for the broken person. Yes, absolutely. Oh, he's all BS. That's fair. You can say what you must. If that's what you feel, that's fair. And he's saying I'm fake too. Okay. I don't know this person. It is your choice. It is your choice. You can say what you feel is right. If that's your truth, that's your truth. Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you. So what's cool is some people are really loving the message, mostly everybody. Oh, this is interesting. So he's calling me in my BS because I'm supporting someone else who attacks mothers and children. Ah, okay. So the story gets very interesting. And I know people following suit might not know exactly what's going on. Yeah, so he's feeling I'm supporting another individual. And I, for one, like everybody, I feel everybody's doing the best that they can. So it really does align with my message. But apparently this particular coach has done things that I don't know about. And again, in this game, it's going to be complicated and it's going to get hairy. But he's claiming this coach did certain things to a certain group. And I don't know anything about that. And he's never mentioned anything about that to me. But my story and my message is still, yeah, it's still congruent with what I talk about. And I will say this. You call me on my BS and you call me on my message, but are you listening to the message or are you listening to the messenger? because it sounds like you're listening to the messenger. And it sounds like, man, I could be off. I'm down to have a conversation with you. But it sounds like since you feel I'm supporting something else and you have no idea or any clue, you just may feel you know something that I'm sure you don't, because I know nothing about you. I can't say what you mean or what you're saying. So if you'd like to have a conversation, I'm more than happy to do it, because I'm curious to see how much you'll hate me when we actually talk face to face. I'm curious. I take the time to listen to people, to maintain curiosity, to understand them in the best way possible, regardless of what they believe or what they say. Because again, it goes back to people do things for a reason. They don't just do it to do it. Even the message here, not just doing it just to do it. He has his reasonings and his beliefs, or her. I don't know if it's a he or her. But we're all doing the best we can with the knowledge we have. And again, I have no problem of saying, come have a conversation with me. See how much you hate me after it. That's all I can do. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing day. I hope everyone had a great Easter. And if you don't celebrate Easter, I just hope you had a great Sunday. And you all take care. Have a great day. And remember, the greatness is always in you. Have a great one.